How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Falcons Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to the movie review, aka our soul review video for today. This time for this new episode for this series is going to be my review on the 2023 biographical sports drama, and that is Air. Now, this is directed by Ben Affleck, who you may know him as director for films such as Gone Girl, The Town, and Argo, and amongst others. And this is his newest film as director here, and he's also one of the stars of the film as well, along with a talented cast whom you have in this film, such as Matt Damon, Chris Tucker, Jason Bateman, Viola Davis, and so on. And so the story of the film is that we follow the history of shoe salesman named Sonny Vaccaro, who's played by Matt Damon, and how he led Nike in its pursuit of the greatest athlete in the history of basketball, Michael Jordan. So that's pretty much the story of Air. Now, I was really excited to see this movie when it was about to come out in April of this year, and this was one of my most anticipated movies for that month as well as for the entirety of this year. And there's quite a few reasons why I was looking forward to this film. One was because of the cast. Like, you've got some really talented people who are in this film, which in this film you have Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman, Chris Tucker, and Viola Davis, and a few others as well. So I was looking forward to seeing what all these people were going to do with this film, and I was also looking forward to seeing what Ben Affleck was going to do once again behind the camera, since this is his newest film as director. And like I said, he has done a few films before in the past as director, and in which he has made some really great films over the last few decades, namely the ones I mentioned before, which were Gone Girl, The Town, and Argo, which I really love both of those films. I love all those films, specifically Argo, which is easily my favorite out of his films he's done as director. And once I saw the trailers to this film, I was immediately hyped for the film and all that, from basically the way it looked and all that. But I didn't even realize this was based on a true story, and I didn't even know much about the whole true story itself or what this whole film was tackling on about. But I did do a little bit of research, basically learn what this whole film was tackling on about, and it is a fascinating story and all that. And so I saw this movie on opening day, which was on the 7th of April this year, and there was quite a few people in the screening that I was in, even though I was in a really small screening for this film and all that. But after watching this whole movie, I gotta say, hey guys, this is definitely another one of my favorite films of this year. I thought Air was absolutely wonderful. This was indeed a wonderful, really uplifting film here, you guys. The things that I really loved in Air were the acting. I thought everyone was incredible here in this film. Like Matt Damon as Sonny Vaccaro, I thought he was incredible here in this film, and it's definitely another one of Damon's best performances here. And I loved how he manages to carry this whole film here from its storytelling, what this film is tackling on about, since this film is about his character and how he led Nike into pursuit of Michael Jordan and all that, which we'll get to the storytelling in a few minutes. But again, for Damon's performance as Vaccaro, he's incredible here in this film. And as for everyone else who are in the film, which like I said, you've got Ben Affleck, whom he plays Phil Knight. He was terrific in the film, and he's also a lot of fun here, and it's definitely another one of Affleck's best performances here. And you have Jason Bateman, whom I thought he was great in the film. Chris Messina, he was a lot of fun. He was also really great in the film too. And Marlon Wayans was a total surprise here, because I didn't really expect him to see in this film, because I mostly see him doing like silly comedic roles and comedic movies and all that. But he has done a few serious roles before, like he's done Requiem for a Dream, which he was great in that film. But for here and Air, he's surprisingly really great here in this film. And you have Chris Tucker, which I thought he was wonderful in the film, and he was also a lot of fun here as well. And Viola Davis, whom she plays Michael Jordan's mother, I thought she was wonderful in this film, and I loved how she interacts with Matt Damon in this movie from various scenes that we see them together in this film, which I really adored those scenes here and there in this film. And when it comes to the direction by Ben Affleck, I thought he did a really good job directing this film, because it's a very well made film here, from like how he represents 1984 here, because this film is set in 1984, and I love how he represents all that here, from its montage to the style to the pop culture stuff that we see in this film, like through various things that we probably would have seen before, like the clothes and the music and all that, which like I said, Ben Affleck, I thought he did a fantastic job directing this film here. And when it comes to the storytelling here for this film, the storytelling here for this film is really inspiring, really uplifting here, and I really adore the storytelling here in this film, and like how Nike went into pursuit of Michael Jordan and all that, and how they made, this most iconic basketball shoe in history and all that for this, this iconic player that we all know in basketball history and all that. And it's also very well written too by Alex Convery, and this is actually his very first writing credit here, and he did a fantastic job writing this film, and I can't wait to see what else he would do in the future and all that. However, the only flaw I only have with this film is that since this film is based on a true story, there's a few like inaccurate stuff here and there in this film, which I kind of felt were a bit of a distraction for me. But this film still managed to have some accurate stuff here and there in this film and all that. But overall, in the end, guys, this film, like I said, is definitely another one of my favorite films of this year here. This film was indeed wonderful, yet also really inspiring and uplifting here. And I really, really love this film here. And there are a few ways I can recommend this film. If you're a fan of like these kind of movies that tackles on sports like basketball, or you're a fan of like the cast like Matt Damon or Ben Affleck or whoever, this is one you don't want to miss out here. And if it is still playing in the local cinema near you, or if it's not, it is available to watch on Amazon Prime here. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Air. I'm going to give Air 4.5 out of 5. Despite having one flaw I have with this film, I never managed to harm my experience from watching this film from beginning to end here. And like I said, I really adore this film here. And it's definitely another one of my favorite films of 2023 here, you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After I Saw review on Air. And let me know what you think of this movie if you have seen this already, or if you just recently checked out this film. Did you have a great time with this, or was this not really your cup of tea? As always, thank you guys so much for watching. And this has been Falcon's Media Corner signing off.